Exactly, nice and warm here by the fire here at the Chateau Whistler here, the Fairmont in Whistler, as we get ready for Cornucopia. Up next, how food affects your body, and who better to tell us than a couple of Olympians? Oh yes, how specific food will help you perform better. Stay with us. We'll be right back. And a good morning to you. And yes, they competed in the 2010 Olympics, and now they're telling us how to nourish our body, which is actually part of Cornucopia, because you know Cornucopia is a bit of excess, right? Food and drink, and so we got to keep things a bit healthy. Good morning.
Yeah, I got to balance it out.
Good morning.
Morning.
You know, tell us a little bit about your travels when you know, as an Olympian, as an athlete, some of the challenges you had with respect to food.
Yeah, you know, when I was on the road, same as Christy, it was, you know, a lot of meat and cheese and lots of European food. So I always wanted to bring something like Jules Fuel on the road with me. So then once I retired, I kind of made something of this breakfast cereal. And so what we have here is a pot full of Jules Fuel.
And so what's in Jules Fuel?
It's got quinoa, oats, goji berries, pumpkin seeds, chia flax. It's vegan, wheat-free, low glycemic.
So what does that do for your body when you eat those whole grains like that?
It's very clean fuel, so it makes you feel really good throughout the day and makes you be able to be the best that you can be.
And so what else are you putting on there?
So maple syrup is one of my favorite toppings, and then some applesauce.
And that just sweetens it up nicely. And look how healthy that looks. And I love, you said you could make a whole pot of that last week.
Yeah.
Now when it comes to performance, what you put in your body at certain times of the performance, Christy, is really important, right?
Yeah, it absolutely does. And I learned this as an athlete, you know, through 15 years of being on the road as well. And it really depended whether I was doing endurance activities like cross-country skiing or road biking. I would want more fat for fuel, actually, which is why I created this spirulina goji bar. It's coconut based, so it has those medium chain triglycerides for that fuel. And then I also created one that was more for strength athletes or for post-workout or recovery. So it's high in sugar with dates, nature's candy.
Perfect. Beautiful, and lots of great information. Again, they are actually on the culinary stage at Cornucopia on Sunday, Jody. For more details on all the different activities and things that you can do here in Whistler until the 16th, you can check out their website. Thanks very much. Ooh, breakfast, love it. Yeah, and it is the art of the holidays here for Cornucopia. Up next, the art of the Festive Fondue at the Fairmont Chateau Whistler. Okay, I'm gonna get that wine in there. Stay with us. You're watching Breakfast Television. This much? Keep going, keep going, keep going. A little bit for me, a little bit for you. I know, well, we're making a festive fondue, and you know, fondue is something they do so well here at the Fairmont Chateau Whistler. In fact, the art of the holidays is something that is featured here at Cornucopia running through Sunday, and in this case, the art of the festive fondue. Why is fondue such a great entertaining?
Well, the thing about fondue is that everybody has to share the food, and it's really about getting together with your friends and family and enjoying something together. It's a very simple meal. It's just sharing and eating. And
we've got now garlic oil, we put wine in, and what are you putting in there now?
It's just a little cornstarch mixed with white wine.
Okay.
So we're gonna get that going. It's gonna help to keep the cheese together a little bit.
How come not flour?
Traditionally, you can use flour. You can use either or. This will keep it gluten-free, so that's a nice touch.
And some of the great things that we can serve with our fondue are what?
We've got some beautiful charcuterie. We've got some nice sausages, some cured duck breast, fresh vegetables, little pickles and gherkins, and yeah.
But we got to get that cheese in there. So
Yep.
we've got this hopefully to a point that's hot enough. People might need to give it a bit more time if they're doing it at home. What kind of cheese are you using?
So we've got a mix of Gruyere and Emmental, and then we're going to finish it off with a really nice brie from the island in Vancouver Island.
Now, do you have an interesting, as you keep going with that, you have an interesting factoid that there is actually a rule of thumb with what you would serve to drink
Absolutely,
with a fondue.
yeah. You always want to serve something that is either alcoholic or a hot beverage, and that just helps to aid digestion a little bit.
Okay, so you would never have, like, you know, soda pop or anything like that?
No, you wouldn't do that.
Okay, but we do have a wine, and the kind of wine you've paired is a Sauvignon Blanc, and that is a perfect combination. And interestingly enough, a rule of thumb when it comes to a tradition, I guess. What's that?
Well, when you're eating fondue, if you're a gentleman and you happen to drop an item into the fondue, you're sort of obligated to purchase a bottle of wine for the table.
And if you're a woman?
If you're a woman, then you have to kiss the gentleman who's sitting next to you.
Got to kiss the gentleman who's sitting next to you, Michelle. By the way, you can check out the art of the festive fondue on Saturday at Cornucopia. By the way, Cornucopia on until Sunday. Cheers.
Absolutely. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, Dawn, I'm just so sorry for you this morning.
Speaking of lightening things up a bit, yes, we are here outside the Fairmont Chateau Whistler where they are making snow at the base. So you can tell how cold it is out here, but things are nice and warm as we get ready for Cornucopia. Up next, we are with Caramba restaurant with a great appetizer that you can try to make yourself. Stay with us. You're watching BT. How's that old? Yeah, exactly. And I'm all bundled up. But James, how cold are you feeling right now? I feel
good. I feel good.
It's only what, -4? Is that what we figured it is? -4.
Yeah, -4. Yeah, I'm in a t-shirt. Makes sense.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
And well, it makes sense you're here because of Cornucopia is on right now, and you've got a very special dinner that's happening tonight. What is it?
Yeah, we do. So we have a beer maker's dinner at Cornucopia. So we're opening tonight, grand opening for Cornucopia. Basically what it is, it's a beer pairing, 4-course. Still have a few spots available.
Great.
What we're preparing today is basically like a crispy prawn, but it's got that kind of Spanish feel to it. So what we've done is we've confit some pepper and some garlic and some chili.
What is confit? When you say
confit, just means cooking its own fat, really,
Okay.
but it's cooking oil of some kind.
Right.
So I've confited nice olive oil with some garlic, some herbs, some chili, and then what we're going to do is we're going to roll it in some Serrano ham.
Yep.
So
Serrano ham, and that's pretty easy for people to get. You just go to like an Italian market type of a thing.
yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Not a problem.
Now, as you keep doing that, we're talking about beer pairings, but you know, a lot of people still associate the perfect pairing with food to be wine.
Yes, absolutely.
And it is.
And I love
Yeah.
it. But at the end of the day, you know what? I love to have a beer, and I love really craft, nice tasting beer. And I think that's it's a new step forward for a lot of places to do. So.
Okay, so now you've rolled that. Now we've got to do essentially the breading, right?
So we're going to penne, exactly.
Okay.
So
Penne.
Penne. So
Okay.
basically meaning we're just going to, it's just French for breading. We're going to put it in there nicely, just coat it. Okay.
No tricks for getting rid of the gummy that you're going to
Well,
have.
one
all
hand
over.
should be dry, one
Okay.
hand should be wet.
But you're trying to stay warm. It's like
I'm
a
trying to stay
glove.
warm.
Right.
It's absolutely. It's just about survival at the moment.
And then I'm not sure if our oil is hot enough because unfortunately it's a little bit chilly out here.
It
But you
is.
would typically put it in oil that's been heated
Yes.
to what level?
About 350 degrees.
Okay. And then how long will you deep fry that?
Probably, depending on the size, it's quite large. Probably about 3 to 4 minutes. Just until it gets nice and golden.
That's perfect. Such an easy thing people can try at
Yeah.
home, or they can try here at Cornucopia tonight for the beer and wine dinner, again put on by Caramba. For more details, check out the scheduling. But once again, Jody, we're here at the beautiful Fairmont Chateau Whistler, and it is just lovely out here, albeit a little bit cold. Where I may never leave here. Again, I'm on the patio at the Fairmont Chateau Whistler. Coming up next, it's all part of Cornucopia. We're going to do some festive cocktails and spirits. Oh yes, oh my. Going to be fun times here on BT. -7. I think it's gotten colder as the morning's gone on, but we have a friend. We've got Shane here as we're making up some festive cocktails as we're gearing up for Cornucopia. And I'm thinking with that parka, Shane, of course, with the big vodka room you have at the Barefoot Bistro, that's pretty typical uniform for you, right?
Absolutely. This is actually a pretty typical temperature.
What are you actually doing as far as the seminars here for Cornucopia?
Well, we're kind of over the seminars, but we have the Revolution Party coming up this weekend on Saturday night. It'll be running from 10 p.m. till 4 a.m. This evening or this morning, sorry, I'm used to working in the
That's
evening.
all right.
We have a little bit of a chai syrup, a bourbon infused with cedar and fig, and then I have a homemade pumpkin liqueur done with Ketel One vodka. And we're just going to add a little bit of liquid nitrogen to chill her down.
Look at that. That is spectacular. So we're making holiday cocktails, festive cocktails with you, Fred. What is your perfect idea of a holiday cocktail?
Well, a nice visual appeal, I think, will go a long way, and something seasonal, some nice warm spices, definitely. So we have a cranberry and ginger smash this morning that we're
Okay.
going to do. So I'm going to muddle some cranberries and ginger together.
And what ingredients else are you putting in there now?
Well, the star ingredient would be a nice Canadian rye whiskey right here that we're going to add to our mixture. And then some fresh lemon juice right here.
And then finally?
Finally, some maple syrup to sweeten up the deal a little bit.
Wonderful. I'll let you actually show the finished version right here. And Shane, you've got yours pouring as we speak right now. So many great things happening at Cornucopia. Again, lots of seminars, including spirits and festive cocktails. More details on the website. Cornucopia runs until Sunday. We're going to take a little break here on Breakfast Television, live from Whistler. Coming up next, will this cold snap last? Oh, Russell Kate has all those details. Stay with us.